Hello, my name is Jessica and welcome back to Cara. Today we have another yoga practice, 15 minutes, and the theme that we will interweave through this practice is all about engagement. So finding a variety of poses that will really activate and engage through. You don't need anything for this practice other than yourself and your yoga mat. And when you have those things, you can go ahead and come down to a kneeling position. You can rest your hands atop of the thighs. You might even close down your eyes. If it's quite uncomfortable to kneel like this, then you can definitely come onto your sit bones and take a seat instead. But when you found your position, just begin to follow the breath. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Let the shoulders sit down in their sockets, away from the ears, and take just 2 more slow breaths. Begin to bring your awareness to your pelvic floor. Take an inhale breath. And as you exhale, see if you can lift through the pelvic floor. So as if you're drawing it up towards your belly button. At the same time, you're pulling your lower belly in and up. As you inhale, you can relax that effort. And exhale, just try again. Pull in and up through the pelvic floor. Drawing the ribs together, picking up the lower belly. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, soften. Exhale, engage. Inhale, soften. Exhale, engage. It doesn't need to be 100% engagement. We're just looking for maybe 40%. Last time, inhale. And exhale to engage. Now see if you can keep that subtle engagement as you take the hands forward. Walk the knees back slightly into our all fours position. From here, find that engagement again if you've lost it. Contain the lower rib cage as you attempt to flatten out the lower back. The crown of our head is reaching forward as our tailbone is lengthening backwards. Now from here, as you inhale, take that right leg up to hip height, extending it back behind you, foot is flexed. Take another inhale to prepare here, squeezing that right glute. And as you exhale, bend the knee, point the toe, bring that right knee towards the right elbow. Scoop out the belly. 4 more. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw that belly in. Inhale, lengthen back. Don't forget about the back glute here. And exhale, draw it in. The next time you send the leg back, pause. Try to find a little gaze down in front to find your balance. Shift the weight into the right hand, left knee, and left hand reaches forward now, nice and long. Take 2 breaths. And then softly let the hand down, let the knee come down, and we'll take all of that to the other side. So let's inhale, send that left leg back now. Again, our lower rib cage is contained. With your exhale breath, pull the left knee towards the left elbow as you scoop out through the belly. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, draw it in. 3 more on your own, breathing in, breathing out. Try not to let that back hip raise up really high. We just want to keep it at hip height. And then we're coming back in, bending the knee, drawing it in. So there isn't a huge amount of movement here in the hips. The next time you lengthen the leg back, pause, squeeze that left glute. Find some even distribution in that left hand, right knee. Right hand reaches forward, nice and long. You're reaching in opposite directions. And then on the next breath, the hand can float down, the knee can float down, and we'll run through some cat-cows. So drop the belly down, tilt the tailbone up towards the sky as you look forward. As you exhale, stemming from your tailbone, begin to round, articulate through the spine, tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhale, belly drops, looking forward. And exhale to round. Come back to a neutral position with your spine. We're going to extend that right leg back behind us once again. This time we're going to plant the back foot so it's parallel with the back edge of our mat. We're going to kickstand the left lower leg towards the side. Left hand comes underneath the shoulder in line with the left knee and the right toes. Right hand reaches up towards the sky. We have gate pose here. Take a second to find this nice alignment and then take a couple breaths here. To find even more length, let's begin to bring that top hand and reach it forward towards the top end of our mat. The bicep hugs the ear. Press down through the outer right edge of that right foot. Now we're going to find a little bit of engagement through the side body, so take an inhale to prepare. As you exhale, use the effort of that exhale to come up and over. Right hand slides down right leg, left hand reaches towards the back end of the mat. Now let's float here from one side to the other. Exhale, coming via the center. Inhale to reach. Exhale, use that little cinching sensation of the waist to pick yourself up and lengthen over towards the back of the mat. One more each side. And breathing out. Lovely. Come through the center, both arms to a T at shoulder height. And now slowly we're just going to begin to rotate towards the back of our mat. Lovely. Take a nice big breath in and out. Inhale, float both hands up towards the sky as you rotate back in the direction that you were facing. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Lovely. Both hands are going to come down onto the mat. Find all fours with the body. Left leg is going to go back now. Let's plant the outer edge of that left foot as we kickstand the right lower leg. Right hand, right knee, left foot is in line. Let's send that left arm up towards the sky. And then we can take that arm, reach it forward towards the top end of our mat. Bicep hugs the ear to find even more length here. And we're not forgetting about our core. Draw in and up through the pelvic floor. Ribs are together. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, gently push off that bottom hand, cinch through the side of the waist as you come up and over. Left hand slides down left leg, right hand reaches up and over. Nice. Inhale here. Exhale, come via the center. Coming back to that starting position. And let's float from one side to the other here. See if you can marry your movement with the breath. We'll do one more. And we'll all finish with that left hand sliding down the left leg, right hand up and over. And then begin to stand tall, arms are at shoulder height. And then we rotate to the back foot, so the leg that's extended or towards the back of your mat. Nice. Big breath in. And out. Your next exhale, the arms are going to reach up nice and high as you come via the center. Exhale, hands to the heart. And then we're going to pop the hands down, find all fours again. Lovely. From here, let's go ahead and shift into our downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, bum goes up and back as you gaze between the upper thighs. Can you press down into the index finger and thumb even more? Feel as though you're rotating the upper arms outwards. You're pulling in and up through the pelvic floor and your lower rib cage is knitting together. And if you find that you can close off your lower rib cage, you might feel as though you can allow your chest to sink back towards your upper thighs even more. As you inhale, we're going to come forward into plank pose. Stack the shoulders over the wrists. energized through the entire body. So the crown of the head reaching forward, both heels are reaching back. We're retracting our belly up and away from the ground. And we're breathing. Hips are in line with the shoulders. They're not sinking down too low. They're not up too high. One more breath. As you exhale, ripple back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes to hip height, three-legged dog. As you exhale, bend the knee, draw it in towards the chest without shifting the weight, the shoulders forward just yet. So just bend the knee, draw it in towards the chest, hold, scoop out the belly, and now begin to shift the shoulders over the wrists, stepping the foot between the hands. Lovely. From here, we're going to go ahead and step that back foot up to meet the front, finding chair pose. Big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Sink your bum back, knees stacked above the ankles as you raise the arms up now. Biceps alongside the ears. We're shifting the weight into the heels here, so much so that you might even be able to pick up all 10 toes and wiggle them. Try to find length in your lower back as you pull the belly in. Find this lift of your pelvic floor so that you feel light here, you don't feel heavy. Take 2 more breaths. On your next exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana, we fold in half. Inhale, halfway lift. Shift the weight into the balls of the feet. Exhale, plant both hands, step both feet back. Plank pose, pause here. Take 2 breaths. Pressing down into the inner seams of your hands. And then exhale, ripple back, downward facing dog. We go to the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts to hip height, three-legged dog. Bending the knee, draw it in towards your chest without moving the hands or the shoulders just yet. Scoop out the lower belly. And now shift forward, shoulders over the wrists, and then exhale, step the foot between the hands. Lovely. Come high up onto the fingertips, create space so you can step that back foot up, finding chair pose once again. Big toes touch. Sink the bum back into that imaginary chair. Arms are raising up towards the sky. Lovely. Can you sink a little bit lower this time? Try not to let the rib cage flare open. Option here, if you want a little bit of challenge, you can shift the weight into the balls of the feet, lifting the heels off the ground. You might notice all the little tiny micro muscles start to turn on here. Try to magnetize the ankle bones together. And now exhale, lower the heels down, forward fold, melt in half. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, refold, plant those hands, step both feet back, downward facing dog. Just for 1 big breath in and out. We're not done with our squat shape, just 1 more to finish. As you inhale, look forward, step that right foot outside of right hand. And then come up onto the fingertips as you step the left foot outside of the left hand. Taking a wider variation now, let's go ahead and brace our forearms onto the upper thighs. Pull the lower belly here. I find that this is quite an easy posture to feel my pelvic floor and to draw it up towards my belly button. Really nice. You can either keep your arms as they are, or to challenge, you can reach them out in front. Hold the squat. Our upper legs are parallel with the floor. Keep breathing. Find that engagement, find that fire in your whole body. Last 3, 2, 1. Sink down into your malasana, yogic squat. Hands to the heart, hips come down nice and close to the ground. Maybe the heels lift, maybe that's your shape today, that's perfect. Wherever you are, you're just finding a nice softer variation of this. Letting the tailbone feel nice and heavy and the crown of the head feels light. from here, reach those hands forward as you lower the bum down. Lovely. And then take that right shin, bring it parallel to the top edge of your mat as you bring the left knee and touch it off the sole of the right foot. Left foot comes back in line with the left hip. So if you need to peek up at your video for this to find the shape, then please do. And then from there, we're going to find a side stretch. So left hand is going to walk down, right hand reaches up and over. Breathe. Inhale, top hand comes back up as you raise. Both hands come back behind us as we lean back, looking for a little bit of a quad hip flexor stretch on that left side. Maybe you stay up on the hands. Maybe you come down onto the elbows. You decide. Breathing into the left side. We won't come all the way down today just because we're not going to be staying here for too long. Just one more breath. And then press through the hands as you come all the way back up. Let's send that left leg out nice and long. We'll find a twist. So the right leg, you're going to pick up the right foot, right knee, and place that right foot on the outside of the left thigh. Nice. From here, the right fingertips are going to come back behind you as a kickstand. Left hand reaches up. As you exhale, find your twist towards the right. You can either hug the knee in towards your chest, or you can hook that left elbow on the outer edge of the right knee, allowing you to deepen the stretch a little bit. When you're ready, the head comes back first. Unravel with the rest of the body. And then we'll take all of that to the other side. So let's bring the left shin down parallel with the top edge of our mat. Right knee comes and makes contact with the sole of the left foot. And then from here we find a side stretch first. So right fingertips walk away from the right hip. Left hand up and over. Really nice. When you're ready, come back through center. We take both hands back behind us, either on the palms of the hands, shoulders drawing back, or we walk down onto the elbows, the forearms. And then we breathe into that right thigh, right hip flexor. Allow your chest to spread and broaden up towards the sky. Maybe you lean the head back a little bit. And then let's press through the hands, come back up. Right leg is going to go forward. We're going to find the twist now to finish. Left foot is going to plant on the outside of the right thigh. Left hand back behind us, knee is bent, right hand reaches. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, find your twist. Again, either hooking or hugging the elbow against that knee. One more breath. And then come via the center. Unravel with the body as you find your meditative seat. We have 1 minute just to sit and breathe before we either start our day or as we finish it. Soften through the muscles of the face. Spine is long. Lips are sealed. Breathing in and out through the nose. can bring the hands to the heart. Fingertips touch as we bow the head. Namaste.